After my 1 hour video chat with Glenn this evening, I have a better understanding. Is that the right word? I have a better perspective on how BitConnect works and how important the referral program is towards development. So this is very important, right? This is what I learned. Now, they have a term, which I already forgot the term, but there's a term that is used to describe the way it is recommended that BitConnect is set up. So, for instance, in the United States, there is a downline of like people like myself who live in the United States, or are Americans living somewhere else, doesn't matter, but have a keen understanding of marketing in the United States, right? And so we are the ones who are referring others from the United States. So the way it's set up is, it's best that everyone in the United States has a sponsor, and that sponsor is linked to the top sponsor, because the top sponsor is where all the money goes for all the development that happens for the United States. So every country has a top sponsor, and that top sponsor gets the budget, right, allocated to that sponsor to reallocate the budget to developers, to other promoters, to whatever it is that that top sponsor needs to do to enhance BitConnect for that country. So the U.S. top promoter needs the best promoters signed up under him or her, right? Because there's more than one USA top promoter. The best promoters signed up under them. So the more referral income is being generated for each top promoter, is the more development funds allocated to develop stuff and move stuff forward. The development fund is also used to pay developers, pay other promoters. It's just a lot of money, right, that doesn't exist, right, until you set it up properly. Like, you set up a top promoter to manage it. Like, if there's no top promoter to manage it, the money doesn't exist. Once you have a top promoter in place to manage everything, then suddenly this extra amount of money comes into play, which is called a development fund. The money that does exist already, but there's no one there to manage it. So for instance, right now, if you live in the United States and you don't have a sponsor, your referral income is going to BitConnect. And BitConnect has no one to manage that money. It just simply goes there and it's held there until something happens to it. However, if you have a sponsor like me, for instance, if I was your sponsor, and my sponsor ID is CRAIGRANT, craigrant, but 1G, CRA. That's my. And then the way you change that is in your account, on the left hand side, there's a link under management tools. It's called profile. If you don't have a sponsor, you put my ID there, and what happens is, when you make a loan, a percentage of that will go towards the development fund for the United States, meaning that the money's going to go towards programs, whether it's online or offline or whatever kind of programs, by the top promoters to enhance BitConnect in the United States, right? So the key here is, you want to support your country, right? You want to support the United States. Sign up with a promoter or sign up with a sponsor if you don't have a sponsor. If you already have a sponsor, that's it. You don't change that. I don't think you can, actually. I don't think you can change it. If you don't have a sponsor, you can set yourself up. And BitConnect wants everyone to have a sponsor, because that is the best way to allocate the money, right, to top promoters. Because listen, no one works there. The whole community, the whole network has to build itself out, right? The money's there, but we need the human beings are needed to represent, and the best ones are going to be the ones who show the greatest initiative, right? And so, yeah, it's really great the way all this stuff works. So the key for this video is to say that while I never really focused on it before, I never even talked about it before, now I'm seeing the value in, if you don't have a sponsor, get a sponsor from the United States who you know for sure is connected to a top promoter. I don't know any other top promoters except for the one that I am signed up under, right? Who is my sponsor. So if you are my sponsor, if you're sponsored under me, you see the top promoter, from what I'm seeing, is responsible for doing a whole bunch of stuff while connecting with other promoters like myself who are responsible for doing whatever I want to do with my development fund, because I'm getting a development fund too. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be doing some promotions and stuff, Basically, whatever I get in my development fund, most of it is going to be pushed back to my top affiliates, whoever my top people are as far as referrals go. I'll give them money and encourage them to give that money away to people under them. So basically, and I'm going to make it interesting too. I don't know. That's basically one of the first things I'll do before I start doing anything offline. And I don't know. It depends on how much money it is too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just getting started. So, but that's the thing. If you don't have a sponsor, when you make a loan, that money, that referral income, is going to BitConnect, which doesn't do anything. It's better for you to let that money go towards the country that you live in, or the country you want to support. Basically, it doesn't even matter if you wanted to support English speaking, because right now I think there's a need for more material in terms of reading material and so forth, and interactive material that are with better English, right? So if you live in an English speaking place, the USA, there's a lot of online initiatives that we're going to be doing, and online initiatives reach out to other places, not just the United States, right? So even if you're from the UK, I can be your sponsor. Sure, that money will go to the USA top sponsor. However, our online initiatives of English speaking websites and videos and tools and reading material works towards a better experience for everyone who speaks English. Right? So think of it that way, right? So yeah, and so that is the flow, and it's great. So my my sponsor ID is in the description attached to my link, or it is CRAIGRANT. That's my sponsor ID. On the right hand side of your BitConnect, there's a place, it says Management Tools. Under that, it says Profile. You click there and you edit your sponsor. And we're gonna have a really wonderful ride this and next year with BitConnect. Listen, man, I'm talking about speedboats. I see speedboats within 6 months. Why do I see myself on a speedboat with a BitConnect logo? I don't know, but it's for a very good reason, for sure. All right. Promotional reason too. Yeah.